that make you charismatic? Have you ever noticed that one girl who seemed like she's on a different level? The whole point in this is some people just exude this energy that makes you so drawn to them. Something different, something special, something as if they were almost unreachable, yet they're so open. So, what makes a woman charismatic? There are a few things. First and most important, I cannot emphasize this enough, is keeping your mouth shut. Today, everyone is about posting on social media, getting more views, getting validation through comments and all. Sharing your stuff, even in real life, talking too much, sharing, oversharing about your goals, about what you did, about what color of nails you got, about what you ate in breakfast. But the more you keep yourself to your own, the more your world becomes a mystery. And for some reason, humans seem to want the very thing that seems out of their reach. You start respecting your worlds and your privacy enough to keep them behind a wall only to be shared with a selected few. You become magnetic. People want to have a part of your world. People want to have a glimpse of that life because you're keeping it with so much privacy, with so much respect, so much care. It just makes people curious. It just makes you polarizing. It just makes them want to know what's behind it. That being said, even the selected few which you choose to share your energy with, your time with, your people, there is just no need to share each and every single thing with them. There are some things that are meant to be kept to yourself, and I need you to think today what those might be. Figure out what are the things you would rather keep to yourself. Validate yourself, enjoy these experiences, start staying present in them instead of publishing them to the whole world to see. Charismatic women romanticize their own lives. They are in such a romantic energy. They are going on dates with themselves. They're trying out new things. They are spending time with themselves, just doing nothing but following their hobbies, things that they enjoyed being a child. That just makes one see how happy and it's not even about making other people see. It's being you being so content with your life that you become detached from other people. You become detached with what wrong someone did, what expectations someone didn't come up to, because you're so immersed in living your own life and making yourself happy and living as your most authentic romantic self that you give that aura of charisma and magnetism. Charismatic people are kind, but not people pleasers. They have boundaries. Kindness with boundary is the most important weapon that we need to cultivate because if you lean strictly towards one or the other side, it can go to extreme really quick. You need to be kind, but don't ever allow someone to walk all over you. Set boundaries and stop feeling guilty about them. If you don't want to go somewhere, say no. If you don't want to attend that event, say no. If someone is saying, hey, there's this new spot, let's go try it out, and you have other plans for your evening, prioritize yourself and just say no. Because if you value yourself, that's when you become magnetic. That's when you become charismatic. Charismatic women are grounded and regulated. They do not react to every single trigger. They do not react to every single remark by someone that doesn't deserve attention. Because they're queens. They know they're queens. They do not have to get themselves involved in every single mess people try to drag them into. They know that. And that's what makes them so magnetic. Keeping cool, keeping your calm in a heated argument is one of the most magnetic things you can do. Learning about emotional intelligence, working on it, it's a very workable skill, fortunately, that you can develop. Staying calm under stress, staying calm and staying grateful, feeling blissful no matter how hard life gets, because this life is a blessing to us. Despite all the little problems which make us so sidetracked that we stop acknowledging the fact that how much of a blessing this life is, how much of a blessing being whole and healthy and having the opportunities that we have that so many don't is. Charismatic women do not complain. You will not find them sitting somewhere and wailing about how miserable their life is. Okay, I realize Venetian ranting is a whole different story and how relaxing it is. Okay, but keep it to selective few people. You can journal about it. That's even better. You know, the reason I realized it makes you feel so relaxed is because it makes one feel safe. Almost as if now someone knows it, they are gonna help me out. But that victim mentality doesn't take people anywhere. Most of the time, you need to sort that out. If there is some solution I can do to it, the only time you're gonna go and rant to someone about something is when they have the power to do it for you. They're in authority of changing things, and you're not. That's when you're allowed to share stuff gracefully with them. Otherwise, work on it yourself or try to find its solution or let go. Journal it down. Do not rant. You're not a victim. You are blessed. You get to be in this world. You get so many opportunities. You get to have this life to romanticize and just be main character of this beautiful story. You get to wake up every single day to write a story the way you want. You have that power. Why would you act like a powerless, pitiful being? Charismatic women know that, and they do not fall into that trap of throwing a pity party in hopes that someone is going to help them. Help yourself. If someone cares enough to notice themselves and lend a helping hand, be open to receiving it. But otherwise, it's no use to go complain to someone in hopes that they will change their behavior or stop being different or stop pouring into you. Grounded communication is different from what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about in a victim mentality, which is in no way good for you or the outcome you're trying to achieve. Charismatic women do not try to drag anyone down. They do not backbite someone. They do not wish ill on someone because they know their life is filled with so many blessings and their future too holds so many blessings. Why would they sit and waste time being jealous about someone else's blessings? In fact, someone else's blessings are a sign of what is possible for you to achieve. And they should just be a source of inspiration for you instead of source of comparison and jealousy and backbiting. Someone has a nice friendship, well and good. Now you get to know that that kind of friendship exists and you need to set your standards a little bit higher and work on yourself too to attract that kind of people in your life. Allow only that sort of people in your life. Charismatic women put effort into themselves. Be it that little blowout at home, be it that steaming their clothes, ironing their clothes before putting them on even when they're at home, be it making themselves a nice warm cup of coffee to sit and enjoy in silence. These little ways of putting effort in yourself is what makes you so immersed in your own life that you are detached from other people and this makes you so magnetic. It draws blessings in like a magnet because detachment is one of the master keys manifesting what you want into your life. It shows that I'm enough. It shows that I'm worthy. It shows that I trust. Therefore, I'm not rushing. I'm pouring into myself. The thing about meeting new people has something so special to it. You get to meet all sorts of people, all sorts of lessons, mirrors to your being, to your mistakes, to your beauty. You know, there's a girl, she is such a queen, and definitely one of the most magnetic people that I've met, and yet one of the kindest. You know, one day I just saw her randomly coming back, and I asked, "Hey, where were you?" My girl casually toured the whole city by herself, went to a restaurant, and then to a shopping mall to buy a mug or a few things, hair clips and stuff, and then went to a stationery to buy art supplies for her inner child to spend time in art, which she enjoys doing. But that was something she didn't tell anyone. She didn't say, hey, look, I did this. It was so exciting. She didn't seek anyone's validation. She did it solely for herself. And a different thing than our normal mundane life. That's what makes life rich. Memories, experiences. Sure, everyone has their problems, but you are not to share your problems to everyone. Just focus on living the life to its fullest no matter what the circumstances. Do not wait for the right moment. Do not wait for the right time, the right opportunity. Find ways to make the life magical right with what you have and right where you are instead of waiting for that right moment. Give compliments to people, share love, be kind to people without expecting anything in return when it is comfortable for you, of course, without sacrificing your peace and your very being. Whatever is in your capacity, whenever you find it easy, find ways to bring smile on someone's face. Because when you make a difference in someone's life, people are gonna remember forever how you made them feel rather than what you say. Little bit kindness goes a long way. You never know what difference you made in someone's life. I personally was in such a low state in my life when I met this girl which I was talking about. She doesn't know what impact she had in my life when I was at my lowest. You never know what difference you're gonna make in someone's life. Maybe they're going through their hardest times, and little bit of your kindness makes them get that spark back to actually get back in the race of life and start living and romanticizing it. And you never know what inspires other people. So stop being your most romantic, your most authentic self. Be that warm spot for people. Be that person who doesn't hold maliciousness or grudges against people. Because that is what makes you truly charismatic. That was it for today's video. Let me know down in the comments things you think make women so magnetic. I'll see you in the next one. Till then, take care and keep glowing.